Enchilada means spicy little pancake in Spanish, originating in ancient Mexico when little goblin men would surface from nearby caves to run through the streets singing pitbull songs, spooking the local children by wearing scream masks and beating up old people. I can't remember where I was going with this, but it was probably pretty interesting. The sauce itself is a closely guarded family recipe, which is why we sent an intern inside to find out what it is. But he got shot in the back 8 times and was never seen again. To make enchiladas, a bucket of spicy diarrhea sauce is emptied into the sauce chamber, named because it's a chamber where the sauce goes. Only the corn that looks closest to British people's teeth is selected for the enchilada mix. This ensures only the yellowest, most disgusting shaped corn is added, which heightens the flavor, as customers experience a jolt of fear-induced adrenaline as they think a British person might have touched their food at some point. Cubes of budgie meat are next on the ingredient list and are carefully sourced from the finest local pet store before being smashed with a novelty-sized wooden mallet. A sandcastle of budgie meat is added to the mixture. It struggles to fit through the bars as it clumps together because this worker is really good at making sandcastles. Shrek's children and wife are chopped into tiny pieces in a shed out the back before being slopped into a bucket and added to the diarrhea soup. Rabbit shit is added next, sourced by a man who's paid $1 an hour to pick it up with his bare hands in the local woods 40 miles away, which he then brings back to the factory in his pockets, causing him to smell really bad and makes his train journey very awkward, as children point and laugh at the rabbit shit falling out of his stinky trousers. The enchilada mixture is sharded beautifully onto a tortilla as a lady named Amy tries to keep up with the rapidly squirting pipe. As you can imagine, this room has quite the strange odor, which is what we in the enchilada biz call the stenchilada. The liquid enchilada mixture sits unnaturally still on top of the tortillas, defiant of God and the laws of science or physics. It actually makes me feel a bit sick. Workers who smoke are placed on this line for their rolling speed and dexterity, as 3 more women named Amy roll up the flat piles of spicy vomit. Did you know that in the heart of Paris, instead of tortillas, they use crepes, and this is called a Frenchilada? A bucket of dirt is added to a big vat of stuff we found on the floor, before mixing it and adding a splash of toilet water. The boiling swamp juice is pushed through a pipe as a worker acts like they're doing something. A machine shoots out sheets of the brown goo, perfectly sized like a slimy blanket for the tortillas, all tucked up in bed now, like my wife, ready to be enjoyed by thousands of men and women. Handfuls of little green bits are sprinkled on top by a professional. He is really good at sprinkling things. They call him the sprinkler. He's not allowed to see his kids anymore. The enchiladas are frozen so that all of the parasites and various worms are preserved for when you're ready to let them invade your body. 1 billion enchiladas are produced here every minute, which is almost enough to feed your mom for a day. Almost. But it's never enough, as her thirst for more remains unquenchilated.